Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So one of the first videos I'm going to be doing for Mordhau is a character customization guide. Now there is a fair amount of stuff that you can actually customize in the game in terms of making a character, and it does seem a little bit overwhelming to begin with. However, when you break the system down, it is actually a fairly simple, easy to use system which gives you a lot of options to customize. First off, I want to just give you a tip though to actually get some money. Play through the tutorial here. Obviously that will teach you how to actually play the game, how to be good at combat and everything as well, but you do get a massive amount of gold straight off the bat once you actually complete this tutorial. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes to play, and like I said, it will make you better at the game anyway, but you do get a buttload of gold which you can then use to start creating characters. So to create a character, go into the armory. Now all of these characters here, the brigand, the protector, the huntsman, the knight, the raider, the veteran, the footman, the scoundrel and the engineer, these are all the character classes already created for you, so everyone has access to these. At the bottom here you have the ones that you have made. As you can see, I've already made a few different ones, but I'm going to start right from scratch to show you exactly how to do it. So press the little green person up there and then enter a name for your mercenary. Okay, so you've entered a name for your mercenary, which is that bit there. Now you have 16 points to allocate to your mercenary. Now the gear that you use, the skills that you use, these all consume a set amount of points. What you want to do first, which is probably the best thing to do, is first equip your guy with the weapon that you want him using. So go into gear here and then press on to equipment, and here it tells you exactly what all the different weapons are, how much gold they will cost you to actually unlock, how many points they use out of that 16 points bar at the top there, and then whether they are one-handed, two-handed or a shield, so you know exactly what you are unlocking. As you actually go through as well, you will see that all the stats at the bottom here are all changing, so these actually give you the damage, the speed and the reach varieties of each weapon. So have a look through, pick one that you think is going to be best suited to your playstyle. If you find that a certain weapon isn't actually matching your playstyle, then you can always come back into this mercenary list and actually just swap out the weapon without changing anything else. It's a very good system because you can actually come in and customize it exactly to your liking. So once you've selected one for primary, I'm just going to put a short spear on here, then you can choose all the different skins and everything, but obviously these are going to cost more gold and you have to be a certain level to unlock some of them. These are just literally customization skin options though, so don't worry too much about it. All the colors you can change as well, so obviously different gear pieces will come with different color options, so just go through and find the one that you unlock. The ones with padlocks, just highlight over and they will tell you what level you need to be to actually unlock them. Once you're through this, go into your secondary, and again you can go back through and pick another weapon, bearing in mind this is going to then take however many points out of the total amount of points that you've already used up. So with my short spear here, I've already used 4 out of my 16 points. I'm just going to keep it as a short spear to begin with until I sort everything else out. If I've got any points left over at the end, then I will come back through and actually put some more points into weapons like a shield or something of the sort. Okay, so you're onto your armour screen now. So your head armour, your torso armour and your legs armour are all separated into light, medium and heavy. And what you need to do is go onto either head, torso or legs. Now these are the only 3 armour pieces, all the rest are just skins, so they change the look and feel of your character. The actual armour pieces are in head, torso and legs. So we're going to go into head. Now what is really good is how they've separated this all. So all the light armor costs 1 point and is at the top of the list. All the medium armour is in the middle of the list and costs 2 points, and then all the heavy armour is at the bottom of the list and costs 3 points. Okay, so I've gone through and I've selected all my different bits of armour, and as you can see I've selected 3 heavy armour, so each of these are costing me 3 points each, so therefore taking 9 points out of my total point score. Now, one bit of advice I can give you, one tip as such I can give you, is most people when they actually attack you in the game will either be hitting your torso or your head generally. So if you are finding that you are losing or lacking in the points area, so you're trying to save some points for the skills, which we're going to be looking at next, and you're finding that you've just overspent on either your weapons or your armour, come into your armour and sacrifice your leg armour and put it down to a medium or even a light to save yourself a couple of points, so you can use those then into the skills. If you've got to sacrifice anything after your leg armour, sacrifice your head armour down to a medium. Again, the torso is the biggest area for someone to hit, and that is usually the target which they are going to be aiming for. So if you are finding that you need more points and you've got 3 heavy sets of armour on for your head, torso and legs, sacrifice your legs armour first, then sacrifice your head, and then lastly just leave your torso. If you are making a melee frontline character, always have a heavy torso, because this is going to be the prime target area that people are going to strike you. So once you've actually gone through and chosen all of your different pieces of armour, you can then go through and choose the different patterns, the different colours and everything on each of those. So as you can see, this doesn't actually change anything, but on certain armours it will change pretty much everything. Where the real colours and everything come into it though are in the other options. So I'm just going to change my legs quickly there just so you can see that it does sometimes change. So just go through and just give it a good go and see what changes what. If you're finding that something isn't really changing much though, go into these options here. So these are where the main looks of the character come from. So these are all cosmetic skins, and some of these are very costly. However, the ones that cost quite a bit of money are the cool looking ones, as you can probably imagine. They do not provide you any armor whatsoever, so don't get confused between these cosmetic pieces and the actual armor pieces which we've already equipped onto our guy. These are just the cosmetic pieces. These are the pieces of armor which are going to make our guy look pretty damn cool. So I'm just going to chuck a Wanderer's Scarf on, and I'm going to change that to red, and as you can see he is starting to now look like a bit of a beast. So I'm going to go into the arms and I'm going to just literally unlock something just so you can see he is now starting to actually, I think, look pretty damn cool. To be honest, I'd be pretty scared if he came rushing at me. So hands, obviously these are where all your gauntlets, your gloves and everything like that are. Again, don't get these confused for actual armor pieces. These are just cosmetic pieces which make your guy look pretty damn cool. So once you've done all that, now you can go through and choose a different emblem. Now if you have a shield, this is where that will appear, and again you can change all the colours and everything on it as well. If you don't have a shield and you don't have an armor piece which has an emblem already attached to it, don't worry too much about putting an emblem on, because you're not going to see anything. You can change the metal roughness, so if you want a really shiny glossy look, then you've got that right at this end of the slider. If not, if you want more of a matte look, then you've got that at the other end of the slider. Find something that you really enjoy the look of, because especially if you're playing in third person, this is what you're going to be looking at all the time. Again, you can change the slight colour of the metal of all the armour pieces in this bottom bit, in the general bit as well. Okay, so what we've done is we've given our guy a weapon and we've given our guy armour. Now what we're going to do is go up into the skills, and this is probably one of the most important after the weapon part to do. So go through all of these give you different skills. Obviously, as you can see, they are going to cost you different amount of points depending on how useful they are. one massive tip: if you are making an archer of any kind, Huntsman is a necessity to have, because this increases the damage against other archers, other bowmen, by a huge amount, so make sure you pick that up. Other ones I would recommend are Tenacious. This makes your health regen 66% faster. Friendly is also very good, because if you accidentally hit someone or someone accidentally hits you, then it's going to half the damage that is actually given to you. And finally, Fireproof is very good, because a lot of people use fire bombs, and this reduces the fire damage by a huge 80%. Don't take my word for it though, go through all of these, have a look through, see what fits your playstyle, fits your character which you are making. Give it a go, give it a couple of rounds of actually trying all the different skills out, and just find what works for you. So I've not really touched on the body or anything like that, because I generally do this right at the end after I've sorted out all the actual important pieces out. So here you've got Fat, Skinny, Strong, so see, as you're sliding it up you can see the difference that is making. So just find something which fits your fits the guy that you are making. Skin color as well, there's not a huge amount of options in here yet, but I'm sure there will be more coming. Head, again, this is where you change your face, your voice, your age, your eye color, your hair color, and your hair obviously. So just choose something which you think looks pretty damn cool. Change all the color and everything in here, and you are pretty damn set now to take your guy into battle. All you've got to do to save it is just press the mercenary list, and your person will now be at the bottom of the list here. Now, to actually, if you want to get to your created character faster, if you created a few different characters and you want to put the one that you've just made right at the top, then all you need to do is just press this button here, and this will push it right up to the top of your created classes. So I hope this helps you out, folks. I hope this system now makes a little bit more sense to you. When I first looked at it, I was a little bit overwhelmed by it myself, but now I've actually played around with it a fair bit, and I've done quite a bit of customization in there, and I'm starting to unlock a few things by actually playing through the game and everything. I really have to say, the character customization in this is quite a fun little thing of like part of the game, and I can see myself making a buttload of custom characters once I start unlocking even more stuff. So I've got a few plans for a few videos which I'm going to make of certain characters, so keep an eye out for those. If you have enjoyed this video, if this video has helped you, then please do leave me a like. Please let me know in the comments below it's helped as well. Please share it around to everyone you know playing the game. If it hasn't so much, if you haven't enjoyed the video as much, then please do press that dislike by all means, but please do let me know in the comments below as well, so I don't make the same mistake in the future. If you haven't already, please do subscribe for more Mordhau content coming up in the future as well, and I hope to see you on the battlefield.